Um, as much as I like this movie, I think the ending's too predictable. Um, I don't understand why they thought it would be a good plot twist. I mean, I guess some people were fooled by it, but it's like the most obvious thing if you think about it in a realistic standpoint. I wasn't even halfway through this movie, and I guessed the plot twist. It was only about like 10 minutes in. I was like, unfortunately, a lot of people that deal with cancer or problems like that do end up killing themselves the first chance they get. She's going to be leaving for a while, and she's not even telling him where she's going. Um, so, of course, there is a chance he's going to kill himself. And, spoiler alert, that's how the movie ends. Everything she did was for nothing. So, the plot of this movie is this girl wants to help her brother. He's dealing with cancer, but she can't pay the price. She just got rejected when trying to get a new job. She's struggling, so she decides to join this guy that gave her an offer that he would give her money if he did a game with her and a few other people. Um, so, at first, it's just him being a dickhead, not respecting the fact that she's vegan, throwing a measly 10 grand to make her um, forget her lifestyle. And she takes it. She needs the money. And then he makes someone that struggled with alcohol abuse drink alcohol for 50 grand, which he doesn't even get to spend because he ends up killing him because he won't respect the fact that he's being disrespected. So throughout the movie, he does would you rather things, and I wouldn't exactly call the first one would you rather. Um, but I guess it is. Shock someone else or shock yourself. Throughout the movie, they do all these different stuff, and I think that one is honestly the most boring one. Just shock therapy. Like, yeah, it looks painful, and, you're sympathizing for the characters, but it's just not very creative. Then the next course, this guy had pissed off one of the rich people, so now he's taken the brunt of the would you rather questions. Is either stab someone in the thigh or whip him with a bullwhip, and a lot of people pick the whip him with the bullwhip. One guy who's a gambler, of course, thinks the best decision is to stab an old woman in the thigh because he doesn't think the other guy can take the bullwhip anymore. She ends up dying not too long after from her wounds. Pretty sad ending for her. Then the next one we move on to is you can either be drowned in a barrel for 2 minutes or open your card for the unknown because you don't know what's in it. And one guy has, he has to blow up a stick of dynamite in his hand. He dies from a heart attack, which, after all the stress he's been through this night, I don't blame him from dying from a heart attack when his hand blows up. Um, then the other person, he's forced to cut his eye a bit, and the other girl, she gets drowned to death, and another girl is able to survive the drowning. Um, she doesn't even really go through that much, if I'm being honest. Like, I don't even think she gets shocked. Um, I mean, they skip some of it, so we don't know for sure. Um, she gets stabbed, but they just kind of forget about that. And, she survives the drowning. The other guys went through worse stuff. She is, unfortunately, Robin Lord Taylor's character, who played the Penguin in Gotham. That's what I know him from. He tries to assault her, and she fights him off. I really wish Robin Lord Taylor's character would have been killed, but he doesn't. But, she honestly doesn't go through that much compared to other characters. She still goes through a lot, but I'm surprised at how little she went through compared to other characters. You know, she ends up being the last one with a guy that she made kind of a weird friendship with. Like, they became friends pretty instantly. She was talking to him soon as she got in the room, and he tried to come up with plans with her and the other people throughout the movie, but mainly her. But she's in this for her brother, and family means more to her. So she shoots him. They could have both left. They could have both survived. But she chose her brother over the stranger. And then in the end, it's a pretty sad ending if I hadn't seen it coming. But, it's still sad, but it's not as sad to me when it's not seen coming. When you see it coming, I mean. And her brother had overdosed on pills. So she went through all of that for nothing. And that is Would You Rather.